welcome to my channel. This is Yuton. Today I'm going to talk about a legendary beauty, a very glamorous but evil woman, Daji. Daji was born in Yushu tribe when the Shang Dynasty. At that time, Shang Dynasty was powerful and actively expanded its territory. A certain year, Shang Dynasty sent troops to attack Yushu tribe. Yushu tribe was defeated by the Shang Dynasty and could only surrender, sending cattle, sheep, horses, and beauties for peace. Daji was taken as a gift to the king of the Shang Dynasty, King Zhou. By the way, the next dynasty was Zhou Dynasty. It's similar to the name of this king, Zhou. It's just a coincidence, don't get confused. When the King Zhou saw the young and beautiful Daji, he was fascinated. King Zhou indulged in hanging out with Daji, no longer had energy, time, and willing to run the country. King Zhou was so infatuated with Daji and would do anything for her to make her laugh. He would promote someone's official position because Daji liked him, and who killed someone just because Daji hated him. King Zhou and Daji did something absurd and cruel together. Here are some well-known deeds. The first one, in order to please Daji, King Zhou sent people to collect the world's treasures, rare birds and animals, and put them in a garden, Lu Tai. In Lu Tai, a wine pond was built. Meat was hung everywhere like a forest, and a lot of men and women chased and played naked in the meat forest and wine pond all night long.
Wow, it sounds cool. Unimaginable.
Daji invented two extremely cruel tortures, and when she heard the screams from the torture person, he who smiled. The first torture was like that. Hit a large copper pillar to a high temperature. The convict was stripped of his clothes and was tied to the copper pillar with a rope. This method would not make people die immediately. It was really a cruel punishment. The second torture was dig a deep and large pit, fill it with poisonous snakes, scorpions, bees, and insects, and then drop the convict down so that they were bitten to every inch of skin rotten and then die.
Horrible.
The third one, Daji was curious and eager to get the answer. For example, one day she saw an old man walking barefoot in the harsh winter, and she thought, wow, his feet were magical. She was curious about if there was anything special with the old man's feet. Therefore, she ordered someone to cut off his feet for research. Another day, King Zhou and Daji went out together and saw a pregnant woman. They were guessing the gender of the pregnant woman's baby and wanted to know the answer. So they cut open the pregnant woman's belly and took out the baby to get the answer. One more famous case. A loyal courtier, Bi Gan, and he was the uncle of King Zhou, spent 3 days persuading King Zhou to reform his ways and stop spoiling Daji. This made Daji angry. So she told King Zhou that she had heard that Bi Gan had a special heart with 7 holes on it. She wanted to know if it was true. King Zhou knew that Daji always liked to verify her thoughts, so of course he dug out Bi Gan's heart to check. And the answer was, I don't know. Maybe he really had 7 holes on his heart. Because of various wrong and ridiculous things done by King Zhou, courtiers, princes, and tribes were no longer to obey to the Shang Dynasty. King Wu of Zhou Dynasty joined forces with many forces to attack Shang Dynasty. In the end, King Zhou committed suicide and Daji was beheaded in public. Shang Dynasty ended and Zhou Dynasty started. Daji has become synonymous with beauty but disaster. Beauty but disaster is a Chinese idiom, usually refers to those beauties who fascinate emperors. make emperors unwilling to manage the state affairs and indirectly lead to the weakening or even destruction of the country. In my opinion, it's a slander against women. After all, the people in power and the actual decision makers are those emperors. So I'd rather take this as a compliment to a really charming woman.
There are many beauty but disasters in Chinese history. Please look forward to the future videos.
After talking about so many Daji's faults, I have to say that most of these are not real. After each dynasty, her crimes would get more and become more vivid. These are more like stories written to warn future generations. There are some mythological novels saying that Daji committed so many crimes because she was possessed by a nine-tailed fox goblin. Sounds cute, right? Interestingly, after the death of Daji, the nine-tailed fox goblin went to Japan and became another beauty but disaster. A few years after she became the Japanese emperor's favorite concubine, she did something bad and was discovered by a priest. So the emperor sent troops to kill the fox goblin. After the fox goblin died, her resentment turned into a storm that emitted poisonous gas, which is called the killing storm. 200 years later, a monk passed by and helped to resolve the resentment. Then the killing storm stopped to harm people. But a few months ago, on March 5th this year, the killing storm split in half. Many Japanese netizens feel that the nine-tailed fox goblin has broken the seal and returned to the world. Alright, it's the end of Daji's story. Hope you guys like Daji. And if you have any opinions, please leave a comment. See you next time!